So I began to look first for myself and pretty much at the same time to see what was available for my patients. So it was looking at the limitations and saying, there's got to be something else more effective, or many something elses. And that's starting over 40 years ago.
So now so many people talk about disruptive leadership it's a way to bring about change. But you were doing this 30, 40 years ago where you were disrupting traditional medicine with an alternative approach. Did you realize at the time that you were...
Well, my supervisors were telling me I was being disruptive at times.
It wasn't a good thing.
It was very interesting. It was mixed. There were some people who saw at least the potential of what I was doing, both when I was doing a residency at Albert Einstein in New York, when I was a researcher at the National Institute of Mental Health. I always had supporters, people who understood that what we were doing was not enough. But then I was also disrupting the establishment. It's true, because they were nervous. Psychiatry in particular is kind of nervous about its own status. Psychiatrists often feel like I'm not a real doctor. So I have to be, to put it a little crudely, more Catholic than the Pope. I've got to have more scientific evidence. I've got to be more of a biomedical reductionist and look for the molecular cause and consequences of psychological disorders. And so over time, unfortunately, psychiatry has become more narrowed down. When I began, there was more of an openness, more of an interest in community psychiatry and working with families and groups. And there was a real sense of possibility and of broader horizons, but it's become more narrowly biomedical. And so on the one hand, my approach has become more disruptive to psychiatry. On the other hand, it is more and more embraced by people in the general public and by forward-thinking psychiatrists and mental health professionals.